Let's explore intercepts. Let's start again with the geometry. Let me draw a graph. Does this graph have any y-intercepts? And we also want to know, does this graph have any x-intercepts? What do we mean by the intercepts of a graph? Well, these are the points on the graph that are also on the x-axis or the y-axis. For example, the y-intercepts. Where does the graph intersect the y-axis? Turns out it intersects it in only one point. How about any x-intercepts? Here it intersects the x-axis in many points. We'll draw them in red. So these 5 points are exactly where the graph intersects the x-axis. So we know how to locate the x-intercepts and y-intercepts from the graph. How about from the equation? Let's find any x-intercepts and any y-intercepts of an equation. Let's use this equation as an example. So we need to find the coordinates of any intercepts. Is it enough to have the graph of the equation to find the actual coordinates? Let me sketch the graph of this equation. So when given that graph, we can easily locate the intercepts. This equation has a single x-intercept, and it has a pair of y-intercepts. So we can locate the intercepts, but we don't know the coordinates just from the graph. In fact, the algebra is what gives us the coordinates. Let's make a connection between the geometry and the algebra. Let's first start with x-intercepts. Any x-intercept of an equation, for example, this one right here, this equation, will be of the form some number, comma 0. In fact, those are precisely the x-intercepts. They're the solutions to the equation where the y-coordinate is 0. So to pick out these solutions, you do the following. Set y equal to 0, then solve for x. So here in this equation, setting y equal to 0 gives y equals 0 squared equals x plus 9, which leads to x equals minus 9. So the coordinates of the x-intercept in this equation are minus 9, comma 0. That is the x-intercept. How about y-intercepts? The procedure to find x-intercepts was this over here. Is there a similar one for y-intercepts? Let's take a look at the picture. The y-intercepts here are of the form 0, comma, some number. And it turns out the y-intercepts of any equation are exactly the solutions where the x-coordinate is 0. Over here, this is where the y-coordinate was 0. I wrote that in there. So set x equal to 0 and solve for y. That is the procedure to find the y-intercepts of an equation. We'll circle it in red. Solve for y. So let's do that here for our equation. Y squared equals 0 plus 9. That gives y squared equals 9, which has solutions plus or minus 3. So the y-intercepts are negative 3 comma 0 and 3 comma 0. So that's how we can find all the intercepts of an equation. This is where we use the algebra.